Hi there, welcome back to Watch Over Realms. Today we're going to be doing some arena-focused gameplay, AoE DPS, what's the best lineups, who are the popular heroes, and as you can see there, it seems very clear. But I want to be focusing on Ardea. She's only lower down, 7th place. There's some more popular choices up top, like Praetus, Cyrene, because of the cost. But do you really need Cyrene? As for Constance, I don't have them, and a couple of others. Dao-chan, well, I've tried them. Not great at this moment in time. I have used alternatives which don't actually exist on screen here, which is interesting. But let's focus on Ardea, okay? Maybe you have her. Be sure to use it in Arena. Definitely works well. It's just the survivability that's an issue. With being a part of the Chaos clan, as you see there, the Chaos Dominion, they do lose a health based off through some of the skills, and that can apply to Valeria as well. You got to have a healer. In terms of the ratings, obviously very good. I didn't see much purpose of them originally just because of the gear that I had. You got to make sure that they're built out well. Artifact wise, at this moment in time, I've got increased crit damage by 18% when HP drops below 50%. The increase is doubled. So that's obviously very good. 18%, double that. And because their health will be dropping below 50% very likely, well, you can get a bit more damage out of them. In regard to additional stuff here, magic attack, well, she doesn't do magic attack, so that wouldn't be of use to me. Increases damage by 9% every 4 seconds when no damage is taken, not worth that. Shielded, damage by 32%. I don't really have any units that shield Ardea, or like, unless maybe if you used Ardea in the North faction, if shields are generated that way, you could get a little bit more. But we're doing pure damage, really. And the leader skill just wouldn't be good enough there. Deals increased damage to enemies beyond 1 tile. This is something you probably could be using for Ardea, but I've got it on Valkyria at the moment. And I don't have any duplicates either, so it's not like I can use that, which is very unfortunate. Do we have any other options? Increases AoE damage by 12%. Now, would this apply to Ardea, though, in terms of her basic attack? It attacks up to, 7 or so enemies, but it's not called AoE damage. So I guess it just wouldn't apply. Dealing damage, 40% chance of summoning one. Shadow Guard, 90% of the hero's attributes to attack enemies for 10 seconds. Not too bad. I could possibly use them at some point. And then we've got this one. Very good, but it's single target, and she does not do single target damage, so that wouldn't be needed there. 20% extra damage to targets inflicted with bleed, but we're not really doing that either. Skill-wise, when performing a basic attack, there's a 25% chance that the hero will throw forward 1 circular blade instead of whilst restoring 10 rage, and 240% damage. In terms of the stats, you might be interested. I've got 24,000 attack. I have 452 attack speed, 100% crit rate, a little bit over, and 327% crit damage. So it seems pretty good considering I don't have a proper gear set on the right-hand side. If I did, what would I be going for? I guess Infernal Roar would be a good idea. And maybe possible this one, the Soulbound, but I've got limited gears. It's not like I can be doing that at this moment in time. As for the ultimate, it's a low cost one, but it does take away health of you. Frenzy State, attack increased by 50%. 15% of current HP is deducted per second. Hero throws 2 of her blades every time talent is triggered. And every time the talent is triggered, it's the one here, which can also do 240% damage when hit by her blades for the first time. So that's obviously very good. 120% damage maxed out there, up to 7 enemies, and a good range too. As the hero's HP decreases, her talent's triggers chances increases can go up to 50% when she reaches 30%. Okay. And retrieves release circular blade. Attack speed increased by 100, which is obviously very good. Lethal combo passive. And here it deals damage to the same enemy 2 times within 5 seconds immediately deals 7% extra damage to them one time and inflicts bleed. So you could possibly add that artifact on the bleed one. The main thing here is the arena cost reduced to 5, so it's like 11 or 12 the cost of her. So you can bring her in very quick and bring in other units shortly afterwards. The Awakening, if I could, that would be obviously good there when Hero deals damage, circular blades, defense reduction, 10%. Not the most, but it would help along the way. Anything else here? Frenzy state, duration, state, up to 10 seconds, not too bad. Penetration a little bit more. After release, circular blade returns, immediately regenerate. So really, Awakening her isn't the be-all and end-all. It doesn't really make her extra strong compared to like other units out there like Wukong, but nevertheless, we're going to apply it today. And, you know, got to take in mind the gear, what I have, it may not be at the best. Now, I'm using Praetors as the leader, and then I've got Ingrid. Mainly using Praetors as leader, so then I can use Valkyria, and she gets a boost as well in stats. That's why I've done it that way. They've got Urdrim, they've got Valkyria, they've got is that Sadie? I think it is. So who do I apply first? Well, as soon as possible, bring her in. There you go. Place her on that tile exactly. And then hopefully I can do enough damage, and if not, it's okay. Okay. I think it's a close one. Okay. So he's definitely got that Urdrim geared out well. Very well. And then next, what I do, I think I go for the healer, because they're going to activate her ultimate, as you see there. 160,000 damage. Really nice. And if any enemies do go past me, it really doesn't matter. Use the skill there, lightning, take them out. And I've got a bit of an advantage now in the meantime. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and get Ingrid in if I can as quick as possible. There we go. Place her there. And watch melt away the enemies if possible. There we go. Should be able to take most of them out here. Come on. There we go. That's good. Of course, gearing is everything. You can have an Ingrid, but if they're not geared out correctly, you could lose to someone with lesser units. And then what I like to do is put Valkyria there in front. Arguably, it might be a smarter decision putting her behind, you know, for that revive. But because of the cost of it and the placement, you know, it just doesn't work. And if we've got a healer anyway, Ardea would actually survive regardless. And then we use Praetors last because I haven't really gotten geared out well. But you saw there, it was a victory. Reasonable. We'll do a few more games as well. Keep it raw. Look at the stats as well. I mean, you look at the BP rating. 515,000 versus 463,000. Big difference, but still you can lose to people of a lower battle rating. They can dominate you. Their Uridrim really geared out well. Quite nice to see. I don't have them. We're ancient summoning only. But Ardea, do you get the MVP award? I don't really see that listed. Well, it would have been Uridim that would get it, but I don't see the MVP. That's weird. Damage taken, Ardea with a lot. HP, good. And, you know, as for the healer, what I'm using, they're not really that popular in this mode, but I think they work really well considering the Lord skill. You know what I'm saying? But Ardea and Ingrid do work well together. And take in mind, Ardea isn't even under like a Lord skill enhancement within these team layouts, what I'm using. So if you was able to, then it would be even better, but it's just not ideal in general because unless maybe you got the Chaos Dominion in regard to a legendary Lord, but I just don't have that. I've got an epic Lord, but it's not enough. In terms of my other units, I just don't have it quite set up. Was that like 100k damage there? Yeah. It's a bit easier this time. Okay. Is it on ×2? Yes, it is. So for this one, I'm probably just going to let it roll as it is. Oh, look at that range. Right, we could possibly lose this next part only because of Hatsu. Hatsu's a right pain at times. Let's just use the lightning anyway. Oh. Okay, so we've lost that. That's fine. A little bit risky there because I thought the unit was going to slide by. Right. Ingrid, get in quick. I think, yes, it's doable. Yeah. I'm trying to look on the right-hand side, but I'm too busy focusing in on applying the units. Okay. We'll try some harder lineups shortly or so. I'm going to put Valkyra behind this time just to see. It's just because of the range factor. That's the only reason why I did it the way I did. Because I would have already taken out that unit back there if I had Valkyra up front because of the range. But Ardea, Valkyra got great range. You do want to be using, if it's not like exclusive artifacts, just use normal mythic artifacts which enhance damage through range and tiles. And now we'll use Praetors on that tile there because it's still within the vicinity of Eunomia. And Eunomia, the Holy Light Euphony, when activated, increases attack speed by 100. So that's obviously a good thing, that. Because more attack speed, you deal more damage quicker. And there we go. So we should win this. But it's not always going to be this easy, of course. Yeah, I'm currently in Platinum 2, I believe. Yes, well, as soon as I get to Platinum 3, that'll get very hard. Look at that, 9 mil, 8 mil. Oh, if that's the way it is. Right, let's give another one a try. See, oh, they've got the that unit from, they've got in it. Damn, okay. But they don't have the other guy, the fragment one. Was it called Alistair? Okay. 485. Estimate. Okay, can I click on it? There we go. This could prove harder, more difficult. They've got Ajax or Ajax, however you say it. And depending on where they're placed, they can do some damage. Right, Ardea goes there. What's the damage numbers looking like? Oh yeah, that's not good. I think this will be down to the BP rating or so. Okay, that's not too bad. This is okay. I'm going to wait for it to get to 100% just to be safe. Come on. Ah, okay. I just wanted to be safe then because I didn't know if it was going to work or not. Oh, I need to use the healer because I didn't see there. Oh boy. Right, I will have to use Valkyra here. Didn't really want to, I wanted to use Ingrid instead, but... Oh, how did they slip through? Oh boy. Okay. It's all down to the lightning game. That's all it comes down to, this. Come on. Is it enough? Just about. Unique, very. So this is what I mean. Praetors can come in clutch when it comes to the AoE challenges if they do slip past you. Deploying Valkyra just before was obviously the right thing to do because of the cost, and we won. So the way this person must have had their defense set up not to use the lightning later on because they'd normally win by then, I guess. But it was more difficult that I could sense it. And just the enemy units as well tanked more damage as well. But Ardea, the one standing out there, is like the MVP in damage, which is what you want because this is what this video is about. We can maybe do one last one, which is probably... Oh, do I really want to? Who's that person? Oh, Valkyra with a skin, and depends where they deploy them. They've got Dao Chan. But as for Zaris, absolute pain, you know, when you come up against, because the cost of him is really cheap and he does so much like AoE type damage that, you know, it's like one shot and that's it. So let's just do this one first. See how it goes. We've got Praetors, we've got Ingrid. Oh no, A3 Awakening, meaning that it's one less to trigger the, is it Solar Burst or Flare? Which is very unfortunate. But they do have Cyrene, which means I've got a bit of a chance to possibly take him out Well, maybe not. Oh, that Valkyria is very dangerous, as you can see. That's a pain, that. Do I want to... I'll just have to deploy him. Yeah, I can. Come on. Okay, we won that. That's positive. But they've already got Ingrid as well deployed. That's not good for me. I don't think I can do it in time, so I will have to deploy. Yeah, didn't really want to do that. Okay, well there you go. See, might as well show you the cold reality of how it can be at times. And it just goes to show that 515,000 battle rating means nothing compared to a 451. Would I have been able to win that in other ways if I had Cyrene? I'm not too sure. We don't have a reset, and we'll just do this last one whilst we're here. But really, Ardea is used for when you're taking out multiple units, right? And for the range. And she's cheap as well. So you can get her in quick. We're going to lose the first round because of Hatsu, of course, with her ultimate. Yeah. People say that Hatsu isn't that good. But in Arena, absolute pain. Complete nightmare. And then look at this. Look at that, how it chips away. It's crazy. They've got their Zaris in. So I'm probably going to lose this. I hope it gets me onto the... Will it get me onto the next page of new enemies I can come across? I don't know, unless I've got to wait till reset. But you see how crap that was. Of course, you could use a different lineup to maybe counter it, but, you know, I'm just working with what I've got. And there we are. Just from the face, you know, you're coming across the Bereas, if they're geared out well, you stand no chance against Bereas. I'm not even going to attempt that, but can we try and end on a positive note? I could do like a really easy one, but I don't think that would be fair, would it? What's a reasonably ranked one I could do? I've got Valder on there, oh boy. And, okay, try that one. So I guess it's still a work in progress. I do think, though, that I've got Ardea geared out really well. But are they performing how I would want them to? I'm not exactly missing out on the Awakening too much unless it's the defense reduction, which I would actually want. Come on. There we go. Enough damage done in time. Yeah, come on. There we go. I mean, if I didn't bring in Eunomia and I brought in Valkyria, would that be of any use to me, or is that just a bad idea? It doesn't seem like a smart idea, to be honest, does it? Wow, really down to the wire. Use the ultimate of Valkyria. Okay. Oh, we're going to slip her, aren't we? Damn it. Okay. Activate. Is that enough, though? No, it's not. So I'll just have to use Praetor's there. I don't really want to be honest. But that's not much damage. Oh, boy. Come on. I would have took him out in enough time. What a load of rubbish. What a load of rubbish that was. You know, you gotta show the strengths and the weaknesses. It can't be all clean all the time. And we'll end it on this last match, whether I win or lose. Oh boy. I mean, the other option I do have is if I got rid of maybe Valkyria and had Cyrene, so I could deploy Cyrene first, then Ardea, and I would still have enough cost effectiveness to bring in the next unit in time. Sometimes I'll use the healer immediately But, you know, as for the ultimate to charge up in time, not enough to be able to get that extra speed in. So let's just use the lightning now, or maybe not. I tried pressing it, but it didn't work. Come on. Still slipped through. I should have enough lightning for one strike. Yeah. Okay. 2, 3, 4. I should be okay here. I'm sure that Ingrid is more powerful than mine, though. But I've got my best gear on Ingrid as well. Oh, man. And then we'll just put you there. Come on. Keep coming up short, don't I? It's going to be a close one, this, I think. Come on. Okay. Bit better. I don't know why they've got their Praetors really down there, but I guess it's to stop any units from passing through. But I do understand, because this is the time of when enemies will try start slipping through if you don't kill them quick enough, like there. Yeah. But it's okay. I will have to use the lightning, unfortunately, then. Didn't want to. Battle of attrition, this. Very likely that I'll lose. Yeah. Come on. Oh, I didn't see that. I was blind. Right, got lucky there. Should have been a bit quicker on Praetors, though. Kind of wasted his ultimate, in a sense. Right, that's controlled. Come on. Right. That's a bit better. I like the matches that drag out a bit more, so you can get a bit more raw damage in. You know, if I had better gear on these units, and I've already got decent gear, but if it was even better, it'd be a lot easier. And as for the stats, Ingrid taking over, but you can clearly see that there Ingrid did a lot more damage than mine. What awakening stage did they have her at? What? It wasn't even awakened, and yet they did more damage? Damn, they must have them built out really well then. But that's just it for now. Hopefully you found it somewhat interesting. If you got Ardea, consider using her. In terms of... Where is she on here? The leader. Of course, Valderon would actually be a really good example of, you know, someone to use. Is that one Garn? He's legendary as well, isn't he? But as a defender, Valderon is just an attacker, and he can do a lot of damage. And he can do well, I guess, in the first stage wave of the AoE DPS. As for his cost, why is it reduced by 5? Normal cost is 19, take away 5. So you can get him in pretty early if he does enough damage. And then you can consider bringing in Ardea, and then she'll do enhanced damage as well because of the leader. You know, increases faction team members' damage based on their lost HP up to 60%, which sounds really good, that. Yeah. I've only got, you know, Vladov, and it's just not good enough, I don't think. And I don't really have any other people down here. If I had Cerberus, that would actually be somewhat useful. And even the likes of Sargak, I've seen how damaging that they can be. They've done extreme damage, 100,000 or so per hit. But yeah, I'm just working with what I've got. That's what it looks like right now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.